wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up.
Good morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, 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 morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, morning, Barbados, good morning.
Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Morning to you.
Indeed, good morning to you one and all. Welcome to today. Today is Thursday. It is Thursday, the 14th of May, 2026, and I'm Pearson Bowen, welcoming all of you to the start of another day. It's Q Day, as a matter of fact. So you're waking up on a very, very special day today, but I hope you wake up realizing how blessed you truly are, how truly blessed you are, because God loves you, God cares for you, God guides you, God is with you, God wants only the very best for you, but He also wants your obedience to Him. And so as you wake up today, remember, say good morning to God as well. And also say good morning to your neighbor. Love them as you love God. And so to all of you joining us on our streams, good morning to all of you. Indeed, welcome. It is really wonderful having you company. Remember, share the show, share the love. And as you do so and have your conversations, greeting each other, greet us as well. We love to see and read your comments. We encourage you to do that all the time. Also, if you know of something or someone who has a story to tell and you believe that you think we should help you tell that story, then tell us about it. Point us in the direction. We will follow up and we will find them. So just send us an email. That email address is right there. It's morninbarbados@cbc.bb. morninbarbados@cbc.bb. And we thank you handsomely for doing so. Indeed, thank you very, very much for partnering with us. So continue sending your emails, continue sending your comments, continue sharing the show, continue being the best you possibly could be. Good morning, Joe. How are you doing today? Joe Jackman, who's watching from the UK, she says good morning to the crew. She sends a thankful Thursday morning greeting to everyone everywhere. Yulene Alexander, good morning to you, Yulene. How do you do? Have a terrific day as well yourself. Good morning to you too. Thank you so much for reaching out to say hi. Pat Ben, who is ever always there. Pat, good morning. A very special morning to you indeed. She says good morning to the crew as well. We join in saying the very same to you. Pat, have a terrific today. Do well and well will attend you. Anthony Shaw is also logging in from the US of A. And so to you, Anthony, good morning. How do you do too? Make it a terrific Thursday where you are. Brighten the corner where you live. Faye Roach, good morning, Faye. How are you? Good morning. She's saying good morning to everyone. Everywhere is terrific today to you as well. Faye, have a great one indeed. Faye is in the north of the island. Good morning, Faye. We'd love to hear where you're watching from. So if you want to tell us where you're watching from, we encourage you to do so. Jack Frist. Good morning to Jack Frist. He says, Barbados, wake up. You too, Jack. Wake up yourself, man. Good morning to you. You're from The Rose. Enjoy your day fully as well. Thank you so much, Jack Frist. Janice Jordan. Good morning, Janice. She says hello to beautiful Barbados. Beautiful Barbados says good morning back to you. And there's a lot of which we need to be thankful. You know, Barbados is truly so beautiful. It's dry at the moment. I wish it would rain, but I'm thankful for whatever we do have. Kieran Oliver. Good morning to Kieran. How are you as well? She's locked on. She's saying good morning to everyone who's locked on also from around the world. Wishing all the best. Nadia Mulchand. Good morning, Nadia. Happy Thursday morning greeting to you as well. Make it a great today, Nadia. That is dependent on you. My good friend Sandy Field Kelman, good morning. She sends blessings to all of Barbados. All of Barbados send blessings back to you as well, Sandy. Keep marching forward, Sandy. Let's hear your voice all the time. It's a voice that's respected, and we want to continue listening to your experience and being able to benefit from that experience as well. It being Thursday today, it's Q Day. And I know before you ask, let's tell you where Q in the community will be today. Remember, that's the biggest social experiment every Thursday in Barbados. So today, if you look at your screen, we're going to Dash Valley Playing Field. Dash Valley Playing Field, just obliquely opposite the petrol station there in Dash Valley. That's where we'll be today for today's edition of Q in the Community, where you come, you socialize, you have some food, you drink, you dance, you sing karaoke, you party, you sweat, then you do it again, and then you have a good old time. Really, so you determine how long you want to be there. It starts at 11, and then you stay for as long as you care to stay. We won't rush you away, but the broadcast on Q 100.7 We'll start at noon, end at 5. But the whole day is yours there at Dash Valley Playing Field. That's where today's edition of Q in the Community will be held. We're looking forward to seeing as many of you there as possible. So do have a good time. If you're taking the bus, you take the bus from gate number 1 of the Granville Williams Terminal in town. And gate number 1 is where you assemble, get the bus on the bus, and you come all the way up. Remember to say hi to the bus driver, Dario Hope. Give him a hello and wish him well as he takes you safely to your Q in the Community, and it takes you back to the terminal. So we're looking forward to seeing as many of you as possible there engaging with us at Q in the Community today. And while we take the time as Barbadians to celebrate Barbadians all over the world, we continue to celebrate one who has made a tremendous difference to how people live with cancer. She's actually discovered the KYSO gene. And so we remember this morning for her contribution to life and humanity and to Barbados, the late Dr. Juliet Daniel.
Growing up in Barbados, regardless of how poor you are, you saw black lawyers, black doctors, black politicians, black dentists. You saw people that looked like you. You could aspire to be anything you wanted to be. Hi, I am Juliet Daniel. I am from Barbados, and this is my journey in Canada. I arrived in Canada in August of 1983. I'd never lived away from home. I had never cooked by myself. As scared as I was, I took the plunge. I came to Queens initially to basically be a medical student, like most students back then. 1986, the fall of 1986 into Christmas was actually a pretty rough year for me. My next door neighbor in Barbados died from breast cancer. And a month after that, my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. That was the first semester of my 4th year at Queens, my final year at Queens. When my neighbor first died from breast cancer and then my mom was diagnosed with ovarian cancer and succumbed to ovarian cancer, I didn't want to step foot in a hospital, so that was part of the decision not to become a physician, because I felt like the physicians, they couldn't save my mom, they couldn't save my neighbor. I wanted to do more applied research where I felt like it would really have an impact on human cancers. I chose to go to Memphis, Tennessee, even though it was in the Deep South and with the history of the Deep South. And it was there at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital in Memphis that I cloned and discovered the gene, and I named it KYSO after my favorite calypso music, because I wanted to give the gene a name that was representative of my Caribbean heritage, and recognizing that after 8 years in academia and research, I was barely seeing any black scientists, far less black female scientists, far less black Caribbean scientists. And so I wanted to give the gene a name that would, in a subtle way, hint to people that whoever named this gene was from the Caribbean. I discovered and cloned KYSO in 1999 and joined McMaster pretty soon after that. In 2012, that's when we realized that KYSO was very highly expressed in cancer cells. Part of our project as well, our research at McMaster, is we're studying a breast cancer subtype called triple negative breast cancer, or TNBC. And TNBC disproportionately affects young black women, young premenopausal black women. So it affects them before they even have their first mammogram. So we've been studying that and lobbying and advocating for more research funds to be designated for this. In 2020, in response to the horrific killing of George Floyd, myself and about 4 other black professors across Canada co-founded the Canadian Black Scientists Network, even though we're few in number, but we want to showcase the excellent research that we're all doing in different spheres and fields across Canada. In 2020, the African Caribbean Faculty Association of McMaster, or ACFAM, we wrote, about 7 or 8 of the black professors at McMaster, we wrote a white paper called Black Excellence in Academia, with 9 specific recommendations that we wanted McMaster University to implement at the university to address anti-black racism. And I'm proud to say that they have implemented or addressed all 9 of our recommendations. I think the benefit that McMaster has is we established the African Caribbean Faculty Association 12 years ago. We were small in number. We didn't have that many black professors. We actually had meals and dinners. We socialized as well. So we became friends. And I think that's the difference between or Association of Black Faculty compared to some of the other universities where they did not have a caucus together. So when George Floyd was killed, it was tough to coalesce, whereas we already had a group of black faculty that were meeting on a regular basis, that were mentoring our black students on a regular basis. For the past 21 years, I've been the only black female scientist at McMaster. And it's 21 years. We really need more black scientists in general, not just at McMaster, but across Canada. We just don't have enough. Kids in Canada, they don't see that representation of black lawyers, black doctors. And so that, I think, is a huge part of the challenge for young black Canadians born in Canada. I really hope that 2022 we see a real uplifting and rise of more black professionals in all professions, so that our young children in the high schools and the elementary schools can see that. I want them to aspire to more than just those traditional buckets or baskets that black success has been, categorized into.
What a profound journey indeed by Dr. Juliet Daniel, who is now laid to rest. And so we continue, lest we forget to celebrate her and her contribution to life across the globe, indeed. And she's challenging other young people, particularly young women, black young women, to follow in her footsteps as best you can. Let's elevate more of the brilliance of our young people indeed. And so we celebrate Dr. Juliet Daniel today. We'll tell you this morning about the blueprint for living stronger, longer and happier when we're joined by members of the Barbados Diabetes and Hypertension Association. There's an upcoming conference and we'll give you more details about that conference in just a little while. Get ready to have a moment with Florence Dash, a dinner date with Florence Dash. It's a reinvigoration of life then, and it's really exciting. I can't wait to share with you when the BTMI joins us to take a look at that particular initiative coming up soon, one that you should not miss. Also, we'll be looking today at mixed martial arts. There's an expert coming to Barbados, and so ahead of that arrival, we want to talk to you a little bit more about what to expect. What does a sport lend to the young people in terms of discipline, and another avenue through which they can elevate self. We also are today looking at digital healthcare, the benefits and the value that it brings to the individual and to island nations as well. What does digital healthcare mean? We'll delve into that in just a moment too. The Barbados Tridents this morning will join us because they have an announcement that you should not miss. I promise you it's going to be a good announcement, so don't miss what that announcement is when we meet with the PRO of the Barbados Tridents, the manager of the Barbados Tridents indeed. And before we're done, we will remind you of 2 days of massive bodies on stage in the upcoming Roger Boyce Body Fitness Classic and the World Championships as well. So look out for details about that and a whole lot more. We'll take a break. It's now 14 past the hour and we're back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's take a look at digital healthcare. I know it sounds like a lot of words, jumbled words for you, but it's really quite simple when you actually look at its definition and its benefits as well. But we also have to look at its costs and why are we looking at digital healthcare even at this time? To help us delve beneath all of those questions, we're joined this morning by Becky Fenton, who is the Global Head of Healthcare at KPMG, and with her is Dr. Leanne Salandi, who's Senior Manager with KPMG as well. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Morning.
Starting with you, Ms. Fenton, what is digital healthcare?
So, I mean, digital healthcare is really, if you think about moving from paper-based records, so we think about how we provided healthcare over the years and the decades, it involved a lot of paper. And now what we're looking to do is actually digitise that. That's the start of the process. And then what that fundamentally will mean is to start to connect people's records, not just in the hospital, but out even to their homes, also into the polyclinics and areas like that. So what that's going to mean for patients fundamentally is less time waiting, less time travelling, and better access to care.
All of that, but you're using technology at the centre of it.
Exactly.
And that's what so it makes it easier to be able to respond faster and more efficiently.
Yeah.
Because as it is at the moment, in Barbados in particular, most of the islands of the region, I believe, you're seeing people now having to, records are lost, all sorts of things happen. It delays that effective delivery of healthcare. But there are also concerns about security of those systems when we input our data into electronics.
Exactly.
What guarantees can you give to that?
Well, of course, you know, you've got to recognise that healthcare data is really sensitive, and people will, you know, need to make sure that it's looked after safely, and they'll need to build trust with those organisations that hold their data. So governments will need to put in really strict policies around the standards and the things that they can do with the data, and also strict regulation to check up that those organisations are looking after the data carefully.
Given your experience in healthcare, because you've led in management, you've seen the benefits of taking this, we oftentimes tend to focus more on the cost.
Yes.
Let's balance that for just a second so we understand why that cost laid out upfront brings tremendous benefits long term.
Yeah, well, I think you've got to think about the benefits in two categories. One for the staff that work in healthcare systems, and then secondly for the patients. So for the staff, there's a great phrase called pajama time. So doctors now actually have to spend a lot of time in the evening after they've seen their patients filling in the paperwork. So digital healthcare is really going to transform that. It's going to give time back by automating a lot of the processes, and give time back for doctors to spend more time with their patients and less time in their pajama time actually doing the paperwork.
Makes a lot of sense to me, everybody. And so, Dr. Salandi, are you a medical doctor as well?
No, I'm not.
You're not a medical. You're just the professional here.
Yes.
Talk to me, because you view this from a Caribbean perspective. What do you see in the Caribbean, and how do you see, based on what you see in the Caribbean, digital healthcare can help?
Yes, most definitely. So I see digital health in the Caribbean helping more in terms of the quality improvement aspect.
I got you now.
Yes, the quality improvement aspect. Right. Yes. So in terms of patients start to complain a lot, you know, in this region about, you know, having access to care and different things. And I recognize that having a digital access will make it much easier for business to access. And if you really think of the cost involved, can you really put a cost on patient outcomes, patient satisfaction, and good outcomes for patients? So there are many ways to look at it, but I would say really kind of put a cost to a positive patient outcome at the end of the day.
You really can't. I mean, it's priceless at the end of the day. And while we hear the word digital healthcare, we keep thinking, but I want a human dealing with me. And I don't want to have a machine having to attend to everything, because the machine can only put out what is put in. And so people have that fear. And I'm sure that over time we're seeing that fear diminish a whole lot more, because we interact a lot more with technology today. Let's talk a little bit about, from KPMG's perspective, why is KPMG invested in the way that it is with digital healthcare?
So we've been working with healthcare organisations across the world for many decades now. Often people think of us as auditors.
Yes.
That's what we're known for, but actually we've been doing improvement work in healthcare organisations for a very long time. I worked in the NHS before I came to KPMG, so I was in the front line and in the back office actually helping get improved healthcare organisations in the NHS. So KPMG does lots of work right across from kind of cost improvement, helping with quality improvement, helping with staff morale. So yeah, that's what a big part of our business is.
providing the tools, providing the space, giving them what they need to be happier, and as they get happier, they do better
Yeah.
at what they do as well, with patient care at the center of this, Dr. Salandi. And so, you know the stories across the region.
Yes.
You know the stories across the region, but you also know the concern by a lot of people of the region for access to quality healthcare, and they feel
Yes.
sometimes they have to go extra regionally to be able to access that healthcare. That puts a burden on our system as well. Let's talk about it from that perspective, about how the assurances that you think that we can build into our healthcare delivery systems through the experience of KPMG to assure our clients and staff and patients that we are as competent and capable, and we do have access to the best to be able to deliver the best.
Definitely. Okay, so what we do at KPMG, we actually partner with organizations and hospitals across the government and private sector, so that the objectives can be a reality. So, like for example, in this particular instance, we are all stakeholders, and we all want the public good, because it will benefit all of us. So that is what we do as KPMG advisors. We partner with, and we give our best to help the dream, I would say, become a reality.
The experience you bring from
Yes,
your
from our
experience as well. You bring that
exactly.
to how do we reorganize, how do we look again at our delivery of service, our delivery of care, and what systems do we have in place to be able to do so effectively over time. And so KPMG steps in as a partner in all of this, but KPMG also has partners who, because it's a cycle, and so together we can all make a real difference to how people experience the delivery of healthcare in the region. And that's what this is all about, in a nutshell,
In a
literally.
nutshell.
And so KPMG is not this instance now training doctors. You're training how we manage systems. And so what is the next step? Now that we've done this, we're here today talking what's ongoing and what's the next step in terms of adjusting systems and processes so we deliver better healthcare.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's going to be a huge transformation. If you think of a doctor now, when they come into hospital, for example, or into a polyclinic, the task that they set out to do, and is very paper-based, sit opposite patients, understand their conditions, start to make diagnosis, and start to treat patients. They're going to have technology that's wrapped around them that's really going to help them do that role in a completely different way. So, yeah, we're here to help them literally map out what their daily routines typically would be, and how we can change those using digital solutions to make it much more efficient, much faster, much better experience for the patients, much more proactive in understanding and preventing illness. So I see a big shift as well from treating illness to actually preventing it in the first place.
Because the data gives you a guidance as to what you can implement. And so, Dr. Salandi, you know, we've been for decades so embedded into paper. Paper gets lost, paper gets tarnished, paper gets corrupted in whatever ways we want to choose to do so. And so the process of digitizing records is going to be long, it's going to be lengthy, but it is worth the while to start now. How soon do you see the change in the Caribbean's delivery of healthcare given this trajectory towards digital healthcare? We want results fast.
Well, what I would say, digitization of records has already started in Barbados. A few years ago, it has been started, because, as you said, it's a lengthy process. As for a timeline, I won't be able to say a date, but I will say soon. We are going to definitely be seeing the effects soon. As we can look at the news, we see QH, they're well on their way to implementing an EMR system, and they have been digitizing records. So we'll see some changes soon.
But healthcare delivery in each island is somewhat different. There's no real cookie cutter pattern that we see across the region. And so there's some islands across the region from KPMG, I'm sure that you can see where some are struggling in being able to at least come to a point where you're into the 21st century. Let's talk about it. What advice would KPMG give to move that growth forward faster, so that at least we begin to see how we implement the technology?
So advice I would give from KPMG's perspective, have a plan and tackle this in bite-sized chunks. So you do it in a phased approach. Small wins first, so you can motivate your team, staff, and your constituents as you go, and eventually you will get there.
We have such trust in KPMG. You guys have been at this for a while, and I know that because you've been at this for a while, and we see the outcome, the positive outcomes over time, that we can trust that you have a great record, and because of that record, you have a plan that is tested over time, and a plan that delivers results. And so it's to be able to invite healthcare practitioners and policy makers to open up
Yes.
and be receptive of that plan
Yeah.
and to
Yeah.
see the true benefits of digital healthcare, how that digitization of records really increases and improves the delivery of healthcare even at the minute level. To the individual now, let's talk a little bit about that, Ms. Fenton, because unless I tell the truth, lies go into the system. But the records must therefore, at the same time, we're talking about trends, because we did mention trends. And the trend requires diligence, and the use of the system would require diligence, and it would require you to be honest
Yep.
so that you get the best result. You can't police that.
Are we talking about
Or
the
can you?
doctors or the patients here?
Either side.
Either side. I think, I mean, when it comes to treating patients, then, you know, there's a huge amount of honesty, particularly with that relationship between the patient and the doctor or the nurse. You know, people are sharing their concerns, their problems, and their healthcare conditions. So I do think, actually, you know, the level of honesty starts to open up, and then you get to the truth, and you get to the right information that can help benefit both.
Where do you see the transformation is at the moment? 50% done? You believe that you have most buy-in by peoples across the region or even across the world to digitization of records and the like?
So, I mean, in terms of digitisation of records, that's a huge movement across the world now. America has done it quite a long time ago, but you're seeing every country across the world now realise that the spine that is needed to enable full digital healthcare is the digitisation of the electronic medical records. And then it's moving beyond that to actually start to digitise and connect things like GP practices, polyclinics, even people's homes. So then you've got to get the connectivity of all of the parts of the infrastructure where people live and work, and you've got to connect that back into that electronic patient record. So the data then flows, and you've got one version, you know, a single version of the truth that everybody can access.
What's the plan in terms of engaging with the policymakers at the moment? Are you going around? Are you having sessions? What's that like?
We are ensuring that policymakers are well aware that we at KPMG offer healthcare advisory practices. We reach out through our networks, like we are here today, I mean, persons would see. So it's just about communicating what we do and sharing. We've started the practice here in Barbados 1 year ago. So it's still fairly new, I would say, to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean.
And policymakers generally are open to this.
They
this
are very
engagement.
open, yes,
Yeah.
very open, and we have discussions, so they are aware that's what we can do.
I think we see that across the world because healthcare has really suffered, particularly post-COVID. So, you know, big workforce shortages, increasing costs and increasing demand. So, yeah, we see policymakers really open to listening and understanding what's working across the world.
Someone asks in their head, what's that to do with KPMG? What does KPMG get from this? So what does KPMG get from this?
Personally, I've been involved in healthcare all my working life, so what we get to see is improvement, literally improvement in how patients are getting better, treated earlier, improved safety, all those sorts of things. So, you know, that's why I'm in healthcare, is to see the benefit that it brings to patients.
And what do you see, Dr. Salandi, for the region in terms of what we as a region get from this?
Yeah. I see improvement as well. I see improvement. I see greater patient satisfaction. I see wins for the leaders.
For the region. For the region, it's just win. So this is a win. So for those of you who are going to be engaging with your practitioner really, really soon, ask how far along are they with the implementation of the system or adoption of the system as well. Because I think, as we've all heard this morning, that integration helps with the delivery of service at the point of delivery. And so the sooner we move on this matter safely, conscientiously as well, we can see the changes that we want to see in the delivery of healthcare, not just in Barbados alone, but across the region, because we are all interconnected, we move around freely. And so we want for everyone to have the same level of delivery of health services as you would in your particular territory as well, or perhaps better. And so we want to encourage medical practitioners to get on board. We want to encourage policymakers to move faster. We want to be, our hospital is already doing tremendous work indeed, but we become impatient as people. So we just want a little bit more speed on finishing this project, heading closer to the finish line. But even then, always the goalpost moves further. So we have to continual improvements, continuing study, research and the like would have to continue going in. So let's be receptive, let's be open indeed. KPMG, we thank you. We thank you.
so much.
Becky Fenton and Dr. Leanne Salandi, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Pleasure.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome. We're taking a break, everybody. We're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning.
Let's open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker,
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
How about a special evening just for you that takes you back in time where people were different? How about an evening that takes you back in time when people were different, but good different? And so the Barbados Tourism Marketing Incorporated are engaged upon and offering to all of you an evening of dinner with Florence Daish. And you ask yourself, who is she? Madge Dalrymple has all the answers. Madge is Destination Manager for the BTMI. Madge, good morning.
Good morning, Pearson. Thanks for having me. Good morning, Barbados.
You are very, very welcome. At the sight of it, got excited immediately. I know a lot of people equally will.
Yeah.
What's happening?
Okay, we are having a dinner with Florence, but most persons would ask, who is Florence? Florence Daish. She was a mixed race Barbadian woman, born in St. Philip in 1908. She died in 1979, but she was seen as a trailblazer in terms of social reform and young persons. Like she helped to form the nurseries and stuff like that.
Right.
So she is seen as a trailblazer, but I know most persons don't know anything about her, so we're trying our best to ensure that she's brought to the fore. There are many persons who are, they've made a contribution, but persons don't really know about them. So we're trying our best to bring those type of persons to the fore.
But it's storytelling that's alive. And that's what this evening that we're talking about will be about. Storytelling that's alive, where we actually see it and we can connect closer to it. But Florence Daish was also a politician.
Yes, she was.
Can you imagine she beat Aaron Barrow at elections? So there it is. She has been quite a trailblazer, quite powerful indeed. But I can imagine all the time that you have to go home. Your days where it comes to an end, and then you go home. And that's why this dinner, around the dinner table, where Florence Daish was, is going to be fantastic.
Exactly, because it's almost like a reenactment. So there will be someone portraying who Florence Daish was. So you're at dinner, and you're going to be having a conversation with Florence. So the person she will tell about her life. It's set in 1948, and so you'll be dressed for that period. And the food will reflect that. So you will find no macaroni pie, no pasta whatsoever, because persons didn't really eat that stuff in 1948. So she will tell about her life, and you will learn more about her and be able to interact. So it's an evening in Barbados, you have museums, you have stage type activities for heritage, but a lot of them aren't interactive. So while you are at Golden Grove Plantation, that's where it's at, you will be in the same dining room that Florence would have been in. You will be able to see the bedroom that she would have slept in and everything. And there's a mini museum, so you'll be able to see that as well. And we work closely with the owner, Mr. Morris, and historian Dr. Henderson Carter as well.
To bring this alive.
To bring this alive.
And again, just imagine this woman who was a trailblazer, who was an activist, who was passionate about youth development, who became a politician, who was all of that. Can you imagine the discussion around the dinner table in the evening?
Exactly.
When you go home and the things that she wants to share because she's passionate about, and the questions to challenge her because she was a woman.
Exactly.
Simply by being a woman alone.
And also a mixed race person.
Yeah.
So in that period, women weren't very vocal. Certainly not mixed race, because it was kind of taboo at that time. So this is a very interesting
I'm telling you.
event.
So it's an evening of a dinner with Florence Daish. Dinner, that space is not able to hold thousands of people. So how is it arranged?
No. Okay. So it's limited tickets because obviously the house can't hold a lot of persons. So it's a first come, first serve basis, and you can get your tickets from the BTMI. You can dial 535-3700, or you can go on our page or on Heartland's page on IG, and you will be able to book your tickets as well.
If you're looking at your screen, you'll see those details that Maj just shared with you. It's the 20th of June. We have a month and a bit, a month and a week. So literally, that's where you'll be. So get your ticket fast, folks, because this, I think, is going to be a highly sought after event.
I believe so too, and it's something different for locals, for visitors, for the BTMI to be producing. As I said, we do a lot with heritage, but this is just one aspect of it that would be interactive and different from visiting a museum or just going to see an exhibition.
So when you think Destination Barbados is, we're constantly evolving and changing and trying new approaches and all those things, because just as culinary destination we are also a historic destination.
Definitely.
And so this is just bringing alive still a lot more of our history. So when you come visit Barbados, for those of you watching abroad, get here for June the 20th for sure to go to dinner with Florence Dash, to sit at the seat where Florence, or the table where Florence sat, to be able to open up questions to her. The actors will portray, they'll be dressed in period pieces.
It's one person. It's one person. Yeah, so the audience will be very important because it's one person portraying Florence, but you'll have musical accompaniments and you'll have, so it's that type of elegant setting.
It is going to be beautiful at Golden Grove Plantation.
And I must add, it's great that it's at this date as well, because June is Heritage Month, so this will just be one of the things on the calendar. You'll hear much more about the other things on the calendar for June for Heritage Month as well.
Of course, but this is brilliant. So get your tickets early. But you can call the BTMI at 535-3700, or you can send an email to product@visitbarbados.org right there on your screen, or you can also call the Golden Grove Great House on 840-7474. It's an evening of fine Barbadian dining, live storytelling and music, celebrating the life of this Barbadian legend in Florence Dash. And I know you've heard the name, and now you get a sense of who she is. Look at the screen and you see, look, that's Florence Dash right there, mixed race. But listen, she was not afraid to take the Radio Fusion mic and speak.
Definitely, she was not afraid. So this will be a perfect opportunity also for women to see what women in the past would have done, and to see that they're trailblazers.
Indeed. So this is an evening where history comes alive. History literally comes alive.
Definitely.
The actor will portray Florence. You can ask, and because the actor is well trained in the history of this, the actor will be able to understand the mind of Florence Dash to respond to those questions in a way.
Definitely.
And when we book our ticket, we're also booking dinner.
Yes. When you book your ticket, it would include dinner.
Potatoes. A little game bird or something. I don't know. But you know what?
I'll be a secret. It'll be online shortly, but right now I wouldn't tell you exactly what it is.
No problem. And of course, you top it off with a little bit of wine. And so that's the dining at the time. And so we want to encourage you to go back in time in this experience on the 20th of June, when you sit and enjoy the food of that moment, you sit and enjoy the music of that moment, because it's a live performance.
Yes, it's a live performance. Yes.
Imagine the violins that will play.
And the piano.
The piano. And just in that mixed race house, just sitting on the plantation with Florence Dash, to be able to have that moment in time to ask of her the questions you would like to ask of her. Whether it's about life then, how did she manage, navigating life as a mixed race woman against men at the same time where the opportunities weren't the same, agitating for rights to vote. All of those kinds of things. Those are questions.
Because she was a member of the vestry, St. Philip Vestry. Yeah.
So you understand? So this is not just for historians alone. This is for all of us. So we want all of you to come out on the 20th of June to be a part of it. As many of you as possible. Of course, it's limited numbers.
Yes, limited numbers.
You really got to get your tickets fast.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And we want to be able to adequately cater to everybody. So get in there, book your space as early as possible, but don't miss this. I think it'll be interesting to take along some teenagers as well.
Yes, it's really for all history buffs, all ages. I know sometimes we like to segment, but I don't want to necessarily segment this particular activity, because I've found that some persons think that young people are not interested in history, but they are. As long as it's interesting and interactive and engaging, they will definitely come
That's
along.
right.
Yes.
So rather than sit watch a movie, come experience, be a part of the movie that is unfolding in front of your eyes when you come have dinner with Florence Dash on the 20th of June this year at Golden Grove Plantation. Dinner serves at the experience starts at 6 o'clock. There will be live music and entertainment, but you get to eat and taste the food of the time. You get to question Florence as well to get a greater understanding of her spirit that led her to be who she has been. Indeed, you get a view, as Madge says, into the bedroom where she slept. You get a feel of the path that she trod. And so it's going to be really, really interesting. But you need to call the BTMI right now on not right now, as soon as possible.
Yeah, as soon as possible. We open at 8:15.
There you go. 535-3700 or contact Golden Grove Great House 840-7474 when all tickets and seats are booked. That's it. Or you can send an email to product@visitbarbados.org. For those of you abroad, plan your flight now. Come home. Come in to Barbados to be a part of this historic moment. And this is just a part of all of the work of us as a historic destination,
Definitely.
showcasing all that we have. And we can't wait to hear more of what's coming next month.
Yes, exactly. I'll probably be back again to tell you a bit more.
Please be back again to tell us a bit more. Madge Dalrymple, who is the destination manager for Barbados with the BTMI, indeed. It's exciting us again to another opportunity for us to live the moments and again to connect once again with those moments through a dinner with Florence Dash, a Barbadian trailblazer in politics, in youth development, in business, a mixed-race woman. She stood up against the establishment of the time and she persevered. She died in 1979, but in 2026 we can look back and have a moment with her and her mind, all on the 20th of June this year at Golden Grove Plantation. Again, Madge, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Pearson.
You're very welcome.
Take care.
Folks, we're coming back in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb. And together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV-Cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
There is always a blueprint for everything. The Bible is a blueprint for everything. But there's also a conference coming up which will be a blueprint for living stronger, longer, and happier. And it's being hosted by the Diabetes and Hypertension Association of Barbados. So joining me as we take a look into what to expect is their president, Tyrone Lowe, and with him is our very good friend who is a friend of the association, Dr. Donna Hunt-Cox. Both of you, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Good morning,
The
Barbados.
Blue Conference is what's coming up. First of all, when is it and where is it, Tyrone?
It's on this weekend, and a matter of fact.
The time flying so fast.
Yes, so fast. On Monday 18th and Tuesday 19th of May, it's going to be held at the graduation tents at KFL campus. If you're passing, you know those two huge tents, because we've got so much happening. The space, the atmosphere of openness and wind and so on, we believe will help add to the whole idea of conference and wellness and relaxation. So, Monday,
And
Tuesday, May, let me give you a little shock here, Pearson, from 7 a.m.
Really?
Yeah, registration and breakfast. So we're ensuring that as you come to the conference, you won't be left starving, but you'll have a good breakfast, consistent again with what we're trying to do in terms of nutrition, the whole wellness concept. The formal sessions then start at 8:30, go until 5 o'clock. And then, as Donna will tell you later on, we have a wellness village where all that you heard on the platform then becomes the actual how to live, what to eat, how to exercise. The things that we hear and plan to do,
But we just don't.
because
we think it's impossible to do. It's so difficult to do, and then you break that down quite simply.
Yes.
But why? You're having this conference for a reason.
Yes.
Why?
We want to join the government as well. You would hear about the NCD struggle and prevention issues. Only recently, Honorable Minister Ishmael spoke about 385 million being spent on NCD management in Barbados. We heard about 80% of deaths in Barbados are NCD related. And then you put the whole cost of morbidity, people who are still of working age, but they're at home for various reasons that cost productivity time at the workplace. That is staggering. And then further, we hear that 1 in 4 Barbadians might very well be in the adult stages diabetic. Now, how can we go on with this kind of sort of statistic? It has national implications for person's performance, person's psyche. And we at the Diabetes and Hypertension Association believe that we are part of the solution. This conference really brings together many professionals. It touches on many topics that sometimes we don't want to talk about, into nutrition, into, may I say, sexual health. May I say, it's going to be also talking about your food as medication. Is it really medication? You are what you eat. Some interesting topics to help people to understand, hey, I know you don't want us to tell you about this, but let's get a grip on this because it determines your wellness thereafter. That's a mouthful. And then, of course, you started the conference by talking about the blueprint. Nick Butner from the Blue Zone, he is going to be coming to talk about the blueprint for life. And you'd be amazed of the simple things that we take for granted. Daily walking, daily meditation, daily eating, what you eat. And he mentioned something about 80% full. So you don't have to eat the whole thing to be 100% full person and feel well, like, whew, that's good. Yes. That could be to your disadvantage. And then there's something that I like profoundly, daily purpose. It's amazing if you are not going anywhere, you will probably don't go anywhere. The purposefulness of life, having something to do, to look forward to, your relationships, your family support, these are simple formulas for blueprint, for wellness and a good life.
All right, so this is happening next week, Monday and Tuesday at the KFL campus under the big tents.
Yes.
Everybody, and is it for everyone?
Every dynamic, every demographic. We are not limiting it to anyone. So you don't have, for example, to be impacted by NCD, but more so you will want to, if you have one, let's help you manage it in a very careful way.
Indeed so. So there'll be speeches.
Yes.
There will be question and answer segments.
Yes.
There will be demonstrations.
Of course.
And all of those kinds of things. There will be activity at the end of the day. And so every day we're going to go, are we going through the same routine? Or if I missed Monday, should I show up on Tuesday or should I show up on both? So I don't miss anything.
I think you should show up on both. Some topics, they're not going to repeat themselves, even if they're touched on a similar topic. We've got different things happening. And particularly Nick Butner, the blueprint, that's on Tuesday morning.
Right.
You wouldn't want to miss that, even if you came on Monday.
That's right. At all. Don't miss anything at all.
Yes.
We'll take a break right here. We'll come back with more details, but I want to hear from Donna what's happening under that space of the tent, where she is going to be leading the charge, so to speak, right after this break.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good, your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
The Barbados Diabetes and Hypertension Association is inviting all of us to get onto that blueprint to living stronger, longer, and happier. So they're hosting a conference coming up on Monday and Tuesday under the big tents at the Cayfield campus, where they've invited all of us, every one of us, to come. On Tuesday, the gentleman whose face you see on the screen, Nick Butner, he'll be speaking. He's a very special international guest who is the co-founder and explorer of the Blue Zones. And so he brings that blueprint for life, live stronger and longer. So you should not miss that. Every single day from 7 o'clock, you're invited to come have breakfast. At 8:30 or thereabouts, we start sessions in earnest, and we're down the road until about 5 every single day. So you take time to spend. So plan your time for Monday and Tuesday next week to be at the Cayfield campus under the blue tents. But there's also an activity where we get to see how we can prepare healthier meals. What are some of the things that we can do so we're constantly moving as we manage our health, living happier and stronger and longer as well. So Dr. Donna Hunt-Cox is with me as well. And so Dr, talk to me a little bit about what happens in that space.
Well, you know, persons think traditionally that diabetes is sugar.
Yes.
So a lot of persons are misled when they think that I can splurge on sweet foods and then wash it down with some water after. And I hear a lot of people do that practically, you know. So we want to show persons that that's not the way. That's not the way. And if you have been diagnosed as diabetic, it's not a life sentence. You don't have to figure, oh dear, I can't eat any nice foods anymore. I have to boil everything. You know, everything must be bland. So we want to show persons that you can live longer but stronger.
Absolutely,
Yes.
and happier.
And happier.
As a consequence as well. Also for those who are hypertensive as well, you know,
Yes.
because oftentimes they take out the salt completely out. And then you wonder, well, how they add flavor to this food.
Right.
But there are other things you can actually add that gives the food the same
Yes.
flavor.
Yes.
And that's what will be demonstrated for us. The foods, the inputs into foods, and how we can enjoy our food still at the same time and feel good and whole.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
exercise.
And exercise. But you know, in doing the research, it really dawned on me that sleep is very important.
True.
and we must get the requisite number of hours sleep. So a lot of the young people, they party, they just maybe go sleep for an hour and they figure that that's okay, but it catches up on you later in life, you know. So we want to make sure that persons understand how they should live their lives so that they are better equipped for down the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've learned that the hard way. You're right. So we're giving a blueprint, a way of living that is going to be as interesting and as tasteful and as happy as the one that you think you're living at the moment, because we not just want to respond to the current state of hypertension and NCDs in Barbados, but we want to give you the blueprint to living healthier so that you avoid falling into those categories as well. It's a conference that comes with a little bit of a premium. So talk to me, Tyrone, about how one gets into the conference over those 2 days.
Unfortunately, Pearson, the early bird price is gone.
Yeah.
That would have been simply 300 Barbados. And it is deliberately low cost because we wanted it to be affordable. We didn't want people to feel intimidated. Oh, this is so expensive, I'm not coming. We've seen conferences for 1 day, $300. We've got 2 days. Well, early bird 300. At this time, it being almost to the conference time, it is 400 Barbados dollars. And we are kind enough to extend, if someone thinks that's challenging, a payment plan. Even that, because we want this to be an opportunity for people to be empowered to live stronger, longer. We have tickets at our office, at the Diabetes Association office. We can therefore offer you them there, or you can go online and register. I think it's TicketPal, Don is trying to get it correct, but you can go online, register with us as well, and then come to the conference. At this time, like I said, it is $400, but do not feel intimidated. We want Barbadians to be exposed to this fascinating information.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes, Dons?
Yes. I want to...
You called it so.
Well, the village is open to the public, the general public, from 4 o'clock in the evening until 8. We want to give them, the general public, an opportunity to come in and enjoy how we are going to merge or partner the practical with the theory that they would have heard, that the delegates would have heard during the day. So from 4 o'clock to 8 o'clock at night, for Monday and Tuesday, we're going to open the village to the general public. And it's free.
And the entry to that is free for 4 o'clock. But that doesn't mean you miss the whole day. Don't think, we go to the free portion. No. For your $400, you're getting a lot. You're getting breakfast, you're having lunch, and you're getting access to information. You're rubbing shoulders with others as well who may be living the same lifestyle or who is managing a little bit better from you. So it's interactive in a very, very big way. And then at 4 o'clock, we're going into the village for demonstrations and everything else as well. Every single day. I think you should do both days. I really do. Both days, Monday and Tuesday, because on Tuesdays when our keynote speaker will be.
That's correct.
But we get a chance, because we've learned on Monday, to then see on Tuesday as well what we truly know, because we want to get into a healthy blueprint for living longer and stronger and happier. And that's what this is all about. So go over to the office of the Diabetes and Hypertension Association of Barbados. See, I'm getting it. It's flowing.
You're doing really well, yes.
I had to memorize it as early as you possibly can. Go online and also book your ticket. And of course, payment plans are in place for you as well. We know it's a little short, perhaps a little short notice for some of you, but there's a payment plan that they can work with you so that you access all of the richness that they have to share with you, healthy richness, on Monday and Tuesday. But from 4 in the afternoon, it's open to everyone at no cost to come into the village, where you get to see the demonstrations, you get to get creative ideas as to how you can make food tastier, and what are some of the things that you need to also employ so that you stay healthier, happier, stronger, for longer as well.
That's correct.
Thank you so much, both of you.
You are most
I can only wish you well.
Thank you so
in
much.
all of this. You're welcome. Tyrone Lowe, the president of the Diabetes and Hypertension Association of Barbados, along with a friend of the association, Dr. Donna Cox, indeed. Thank you so much indeed. All right, folks, we're coming back with more and the news in a moment.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional you.
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Let's look at the news now. Barbados has officially established an embassy in Dublin, marking another step in strengthening relations with international partners, this time in Ireland. Prime Minister Mia Amal-Motley described the opening as a deliberate move to formalize and deepen cooperation between the two nations, as the two countries celebrate more than 2 decades of diplomatic ties. That opening comes as Barbados prepares to celebrate 60 years of independence and 5 years as a republic.
While we are celebrating 25 years of diplomatic relationships, today truly is a moment where we deliberately and by choice choose now to formalize that in terms of active presence. It is not a coincidence, in my view, that we share so much in common. Our values, our aspirations, our ambition, but equally our journey.
Well, the embassy is expected to expand collaboration in areas including trade, tourism, education and climate resilience. And the Prime Minister says Barbados and Ireland share common values and a history rooted in resilience shaped by their past experiences.
Early linkage with your people coming as indentured servants and our people coming as slaves meant that we understood together what it was to be pawns in the hands of those who had ambitions that simply did not see us, did not hear us, and did not feel us as human beings who could be valued and who could be allowed to build something of worth.
Members of the island's Financial Action Task Force Plan Implementation Team and the International Business Unit Economic Substance Team have been recognized for their efforts to ensure the country remains above board. Now into their 5th round, they will continue to ensure that Barbados remains compliant with international standards. They received their honors at State House. Rachel Agard has that story.
33 people were today bestowed the Gold Award of Achievement by President of Barbados, Lieutenant Colonel the Most Honorable Jeffrey Bostick. Among them, President of the Senate, Senator the Most Honorable Reginald Farley, former Attorney General Dale Marshall, and Dr. the Honorable Madam Justice Corlita Annette Bab Schaefer. Acting Prime Minister Santia Bradshaw told the awardees the country owes them a debt of gratitude for the dedication, commitment for long hours of unbroken service and sacrifices made.
To be able to make sure that we have been able as a country not only to be taken off of the grey list but also the blacklist to allow for Barbados' international business sector to be able to grow once again and to be stable. It has allowed us to be able to have investors certainly turning their attention back to Barbados, and again for that I think we are truly thankful and we have seen the benefits over the course of the last 4 months. I could not, however, stand here without paying a special thank you to my colleagues who were in the cabinet at the time, who I personally saw the sacrifice that they made as leaders of our team to be able to ensure that that they drove you as well to do the best that you certainly could do.
Senator Farley admits there was no contemplation of national recognition when the group undertook the task to set out a framework to ensure Barbados came off the negative international lists. And he describes the national recognition as a bonus.
When we embarked on the task, it was a matter of recognizing the importance of Barbados' compliance with international money laundering standards in order to remove that impediment from our economy. That is, having knocked out on all of the grades that we should have in our last, what is called a mutual evaluation that was done in 2016-17, we had some things left to be done. And the Financial Action Task Force, FATF, set out an action plan, giving us a time frame within which to implement certain reforms.
President, the Most Honorable Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostick, told the honorees to use their new post nominals with pride, as they have earned it.
There was once a military officer, long retired, now deceased, who carried the post nominals MVO. And on 3 occasions, the postmen were delivering mail to this officer, but the mail did not have on the MVO. And he told them to take it back. There's nobody here but that. Use your post nominal with pride because you earned it.
The fifth round of remaining off the FATF grey list and the European Union's blacklist continues. Rachel Agard, CBC News.
Barbados is being recognized for embracing technology in agriculture as the United Nations highlights several initiatives aimed at improving food security, fisher safety and climate resilience across the region. The recognition was given during the official launch of the UN Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean 2025 Annual Results Report, which was given at UN House. Here's Deanza Roberts with details.
Barbados is earning praise from the International Telecommunication Union for its growing use of artificial intelligence and digital tools in agriculture. International Telecommunication Union Area Office Representative for the Caribbean region, Cleveland Thomas, says the ITU is working across the region to expand digital access, particularly for small-scale fishers. That initiative focuses on keeping fishers connected while at sea and reducing the risk of them going missing.
I think recognizing the tremendous work being done by the Ministry of Agriculture here, we have to commend Barbados moving and using AI in many respects as far as agriculture is concerned and in other areas. So the commendation, I think, is well noted. That being said, for us within the ITU, we have a few programs like the Smart Sea project. When we talk about Smart Sea project, we are working with small-scale fishers in order to use technology so that while they are outside beyond the reach of Digicel and others, that they have access, communication.
Mr. Thomas says digital training and school connectivity are also on the agenda through global programs.
We have a project called GIGA, G-I-G-A, which is really school connectivity and trying to engender that training aspect and release an encouragement of the use of technology in school, etc. So even spectrum, the use of spectrum and so forth, the coverage that one would have. Quite a few things that are happening, but I just thought it would be useful to mention some of those things as you spoke specifically to agriculture.
Staying on the agriculture front, innovation is also taking shape through partnerships with the Ministry of Agriculture. Policy Officer, the FAO Sub-Regional Office of the Caribbean, Roberto Tillera, says this is critical for Barbados, where water stress, not scarcity, poses a challenge.
We do have more than 1,000 millimeters of rain per year, but which indicates that there's no huge scarcity, but the rains can concentrate certain periods of the year, and that generates the stress in the soils. So the idea is to save water using modern irrigation systems that estimate the amount of water that the plants need.
Other initiatives include recycling fish waste into fertilizers and animal feed, as well as protected agriculture systems that help farmers better manage pests and climate conditions. The programs highlight how technology, innovation and partnerships are shaping a more resilient future for Barbados and the wider Caribbean. Deanza Roberts, CBC News.
And that's news until now. We'll have more news coming up at 12 noon right here on TV8. Morning Barbados is back right after this.
Morning, morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action, the goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the Touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by Dasani. Live first, Dasani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world, your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados will love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you're an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we...
Listen, everybody, we have some exciting bodybuilders who are into body fitness and everything as well here with me this morning on this exceptional Youth Thursday morning. And one of them is the biggest of them all. Shakira Douglin, who is the Public Relations Officer with the Barbados Amateur Bodybuilding Association. Good morning to you, Shakira.
Good morning to you, and thanks for welcoming me once again. Good morning, Barbados, as well.
As always. And you brought along some of our contenders for body fitness, for bodybuilding, for physique as well. And what are you in?
I am doing bodybuilding.
You're doing bodybuilding as well. See? Look at the future of bodybuilding in Barbados. This is going to be an exciting weekend, Shakira.
Yes, and they're representing the Barbados contingent of about 40 athletes. So Amaya is also representing children's fitness. So we have three categories on stage under the youth segment. And then we also have other representatives of other schools. We have Eleanor Ticknor, we have Ashana Eversley, Savara Yearwood, Cassidy Coward, Yasmin Eastman, Kazari Edwards, and Manny Herbert. This is just to name a few. We have 40 youth competitors on stage, and they will be going up against other Caribbean islands on Saturday, May 16th, starting at 2 o'clock.
Right, 2 o'clock this Saturday, and it's important that you book your ticket as soon as possible, because I know I can hear the cheers and the noise already in the gymnasium in support of the Barbados contingent indeed. How many other islands are competing?
Suriname and Guyana.
Suriname and Guyana.
And this is just the beginning.
Yes.
A sport or an event like this is very popular in South America and in Europe. And those nations, if you go to their tournaments, they have more than 150 athletes, just children, within those competitions. And if we were to send Barbadian competitors over there, we want them to feel like, you know, they're accustomed to the environment, they're not out of their depth, so we have to start somewhere. So this would have begun as an exhibition for a few years, and now we have an actual championship this year for the first time.
And in what categories?
So for the youth segment, we have children's fitness. That comprises the skills you would find in the gymnastics arena. So we do have the support of the Barbados Amateur Gymnastics Association. So thanks to them and some gymnastics clubs, they were the formation of and foundation of this exercise. And then we have the support of the National Sports Council bodybuilding program. And some of these youth would have competed in the youth championship for Sports Council last year. I believe it was November. We do have some champions here on the stage with us this morning. So we've bridged those two groups. We work with them during Easter to teach them the foundation of being a bodybuilder: nutrition, cardiovascular training, resistance training, rest and recovery. We did have the support of Zephyr's Bakeries and a few other businesses to just talk to them and explain to them the importance of all of these other aspects that are outside of stage time that is important.
Yeah, and I really want you to come early for us on Saturday. This competition starts at 2 o'clock for the youngsters. Indeed, 2 o'clock. There are two other Caribbean destinations who are competing against Barbados, Ghana and Suriname.
Yes, confirmed.
They're coming to Barbados, and they're bringing a large contingent because this is a sport that they actually do in South America. We're now doing it at a competitive level for the first time this year around, and so we want you to come out and give the Barbados contingent all of your support indeed. And you can show up on Saturday either having bought the season ticket or individual days tickets.
Yes.
So let's talk about that.
On Saturday, May 16th, those tickets are $60. On Sunday, May 17th, those tickets are $80. If you want to enjoy the entire weekend, the cost is $120. You can get those tickets at a number of gyms across the island, or you can get it at ticketlinks.com. Now, if you are supporting any of the youth at their schools reach out to the principal or the PE teachers. We do have some level of special provisions provided to those through the schools. So if you are interested and you want to support the St. George Primary, the St. George Secondary, the Harrison College, the Codrington, or the Queen's College participants, you can do that through their schools.
Right, and obviously that means a benefit there right away. She didn't say it, but I saw it. It is, so we want to encourage you to contact their schools and be a part of the contingent to rep for your school. The same way we do it for track and field, we should do this also for bodybuilding, body fitness among our young people indeed. Next to us is Jamal Ford, St. George Primary School. Good morning, Jamal.
Good morning.
How old are you?
I am 10 years old.
You're 10, and you're quite experienced in bodybuilding.
Yes, please.
How many years have you now been doing bodybuilding?
There's now a couple months right now, and I recently started because I got into bodybuilding by joining the school. I was just looking for a sport, and I see like bodybuilding. All right, let me try this here, and then my teacher / bodybuilding coach, he introduced me into bodybuilding, and then I went to the gymnasium, and then I saw what it was like, and then I said like, all right, this is something I'm interested in.
Yeah. So over the last few months you've been training?
Yes, please.
Are you building on muscle development?
Yes, please.
In what areas? Your abs?
My abs, yeah.
This is so funny. It's
my
I have to
abs.
take this seriously because this is a serious sport, right, Shakira? Go ahead. Your
My
abs.
triceps, my biceps, my back, and it's different type. Oh, my calves.
Have you seen the difference following your training?
I have.
Wow.
When I started, I look even better than how I first started.
You were skinnier. Help me understand.
Don't let me say skinnier. I had muscle, but like I had less muscle than what I had now.
I got you now. So you're tightening up your muscles and everything else. Have you been working on your posing and that kind of thing?
Yes, please.
Really? With your same coach? Or with other people in terms of how you display your assets?
Well, the last training that we had with a coach, he was a judge. He came there to see our posing, and Shakira here also was there watching our posing to tell us what to change and if our song should be a minute straight.
Oh.
Right.
So you're going to be on stage for just a minute to show all of your bodybuilding.
Correct.
So what do you think is your strongest area that you really want to have people see because it will pop out?
My abs.
Boy, how many abs do you have? 6 or 8?
8.
What? And you could see them?
Yes, please.
Okay. You're looking forward to this competition?
Yes, please.
You plan to win it, right?
Yes, please.
Have you looked at any of the contenders from either Ghana or Suriname?
I don't think any of the contestants from Guyana came yet, but I have seen some from Barbados.
And you have it?
Yes, please.
I like your confidence. Would you stay with the sport? You plan to stay as a bodybuilder and go all the way through to become a professional like Shakira?
That's something I have in mind, yes. But I also do track also.
Oh, well, that's all right. They complement each other. And so what do your parents think about you entering at 10 years old this bodybuilding competition?
My mother, she's confident. And my father, he is also confident.
He said, well, go do what you want to do, right? Do what you want to do. So have you riled up your posse at school, whether it's your friends, your teachers, everyone to come support you on Saturday?
My mother, she's bringing like a large number of people. Even one of her friends, she also said that she pot and spoon. Right.
Spectacle on Saturday, boy. His name is Jamal Ford. I want you to win because I want to interview the champion in you. That's the deal?
Yes, please.
That's a plan?
That's a plan.
The abs must really be hard, solid, buddy. You'll do well. You'll do well. I'm so excited for your future indeed. Michante, I like your first name, first of all. That is a little French accent at the end. Talk to me, how long have you now been in body fitness and bodybuilding?
Well, I started when I was like 7. But when I went to Harrison College, they said they didn't do it at first until I saw one of my colleagues doing it. And then I asked my PE teacher, and he told me that that's something he could work out. So then I started back last year for schoolgirl champion, and I won it.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you.
So, was the competition weak, or were you that good?
Well, it was weak, and I'm also that good. So,
how many hours a day, a week, or how many days a week would you put into building what you are going to be presenting this Saturday?
Okay, so I swim as well. So it's like swimming plus bodybuilding. So obviously swimming has a part of it. So I build muscle by swimming, and bodybuilding like defines it. So working 2 days in the gym for bodybuilding, but also swimming like every day as well. It helps.
Right. So we're just a couple days away from the show.
Yes.
The moment of testing now. And so are you ready mentally and physically?
Yes, I am.
What do you think is your strongest part?
My arms, for sure.
Wow.
And my shoulders.
And the shoulders,
Yeah.
so you can lift me up.
Yeah.
And I believe you. I truly believe you. And so here it is now. You are women and young girls in bodybuilding. The young girls tend to think, no, I just want to go deal with hair and nails and everything else and heels.
Yeah.
And you're saying to them, no, there are benefits from doing bodybuilding and body fitness.
You could wear nails and stuff while doing bodybuilding, you know. You could wear heels as well, because in the physique category, you wear heels and a bikini. So you could wear nails, you could wear your hair while also building muscle and helping with nutrition.
Oh, that's a very solid answer here. Yeah. Have you rounded up your posse as well to come out?
Yes, please.
You have pots and pans.
My
and
mother
spoons?
brought people.
This is going to be great. I'm so excited for this, Shakira. So that's why 2 o'clock you have to be in the gymnasium for the start of this competition. 3 Caribbean nation states are competing against each other. These youngsters are just a few of them. And so I'll take a break right here. Lauren, I'm coming back to you next. And Amaya, I haven't forgotten you. Trust me, I haven't forgotten you. We'll talk some more about what we can expect this weekend at the Wilder Gymnasium right after this.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Affair segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.vb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action. The goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by the Sani.
Indeed, there's some very exceptional young people in Barbados. They're articulate, they're confident, they are competitive, and they are ready for Saturday to be in the Wilder Gymnasium to receive you, to showcase the best of all they've been working hard to present and to represent Barbados. So they are all a part of the youth category that's being contested on Saturday at 2. You have to be there. If you want to just come on Saturday alone, it's $60. Then on Sunday, it's $80 to see all and the big people. And then you can have a season pass for $120. Lauren is competing as well. Lauren, good morning.
Good morning.
What categories are you competing in?
I'm competing in bodybuilding, physique.
I mean, you're a defending champion here.
Yeah, I am.
You are a champion. You know about winning. You know about getting ready for competition. Talk to me about your preparation plan.
Well, I go to the gym on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and sometimes on the weekends with my mother. And that's.
Is your mother also into bodybuilding, or she's just overall fitness?
Yeah, overall fitness, but she supports me all the time.
All the time?
Yeah, I go to the gym with her on Saturdays. We both work out together.
So you put in a lot of work. And are you ready for Saturday?
Yeah.
A lot of eyes are on you because we already see you as a winner. So we expect the winner to repeat.
I will.
And you will?
I will.
What makes you so confident?
Well, I think I have the body for it. I really put in a lot of work, so I feel like I got it.
So at this stage on a Thursday for a Saturday, do you think there's still something else you need to tighten up or change?
Well, I feel like everything could be better.
You think it's ready? So just to relax and get ready. In relaxing, can you let your guard down and say, okay, well, I will now decide, you know what, let me have a little extra piece of cake or something?
No, but I still wouldn't mind. Like, I just think that I got it.
You got it.
I just think
so it's a mental game for you as well.
Yeah.
And so, have you considered who else you're competing against?
No,
you don't
I only
care.
study myself.
All yourself, you're competing against yourself, so
Yeah.
you know you have it.
Yeah.
I love that, Lord. You're confident indeed. You have your posse as well?
Yeah, of course.
It's large numbers?
Yes, my
Good.
mom got her friends coming as well.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Friends are turning up, boy. Pot and pan.
Pot and pan.
I like it. Amaya, how old are you?
7.
You're only 7? I'm 14. You should see it. Look at that reaction. Okay, fair enough. Are you competing in?
Kids fitness.
Kids fitness. How fit are you? Really, really fit? How fit are you? You don't get tired?
No.
You're fast? What do you have to do in kids fitness?
Practice landing.
Are you doing like gymnastics?
Yes, miss.
So do you have to do the run and I don't know, what do you have to do?
Like a run and cartwheel and land.
A run, a cartwheel?
And then land.
And a what?
And land.
Oh, and land. And stick the landing. See, I learned it. I know the gymnastics lingo too, you know. So once you stick that landing, it's additional points.
Mm-hmm.
And are you really good at that?
Mm-hmm.
Is this your first time competing?
Second.
Second time. And are you a champion? Answer me.
Not really.
Not yet. But you intend to be a champion this week, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you looking forward to this?
Yes.
What school are you with?
St. Lawrence.
St. Lawrence. That's the uniform for St. Lawrence. And so have you discussed this championship with your friends at school and under your class? Or they don't know?
They don't know.
You better tell them today and tomorrow. Bring your posse, Amaya.
I told them yesterday.
Oh, yesterday. So now they know, and they're saying, Amaya, we're so proud of you. We want the best from you, right?
Yeah.
They will come out in full support of you. She's only 7.
Not
all.
Not all coming.
Yeah, but a lot of them will come.
There are like 13 teachers from her school that will be attending. Amaya is very talented, and I think she's an example of many youth who are probably at school on a pasture just utilizing their natural talent. She does a lot of the gymnastics elements naturally. So the flipping, the splitting, the holds, pretty much that requires you to remember.
Yes.
A routine, have the strength and the coordination with your body. And to see that at such a young age, imagine if there's training, imagine if there's a coach involved. And we do have a coach. We do have the support of a prior champion from Barbados who would have won women's fitness in Dominican Republic, CAC Championship. I believe that would have been in 2018 or 17, representing Barbados, by the name of Asha. And she has worked with some of the children in children's fitness with their routines, including Amaya. And it's great to incorporate prior representatives and champions to help carry the youth forward. We do have the support of the lead coach, Vicky Ann from Tumblebugs, who would have also supported the youth with learning the required techniques for gymnastics. And we also have Roy Downs from Acroflex, who would have been, all 3 of these persons were involved because that's out of my scope. I know nothing. Amaya, if me and you were competing on Saturday, you are going to win because I cannot do any of those things you do so nicely. And I'm very proud to see that coming out of our group.
This is fantastic, indeed. So Saturday is set. We are convinced that Saturday is going to be, as they say, the bomb. And so we want you to come see the explosion of talent and competition on Saturday when these young ones engage in the children's fitness competition. Ghana and Suriname will also be there, but Barbados has a very strong contingent. We're confident in them and we want to continue giving them our fullest support. So get your $60 ticket. It starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so be there. But this is a full weekend of championships.
Yes.
Let's talk about the other day Jay, and the other activities?
Okay, well, so far we have many arrivals. We have Russia, Venezuela, Mexico, Bahamas, and Jamaica landed pretty much at 2 o'clock this morning. And there are many more. Suriname has landed about yesterday afternoon. France, they're pretty much all over Barbados taking photos on the beach right now. And we've already welcomed Nigeria and Ghana. We will be doing a couple things today with them as well. So we have over 30 countries here in Barbados being involved in both this Saturday's event, because there's a semi-pro event. That's the adults. That happens right after the kids on Saturday as well. And that is where the amateurs are vying for 21 pro cars. So they have a chance in a number of categories to become a professional. And once they do that on Saturday, then we move over into Sunday, where we have the professionals. We have the guys coming in and they're vying for $100,000 US as prize money on Sunday.
You should have seen their eyes pop. It's like, what?
Yes, yes.
See the future? That's for you.
Exactly. When you're a professional, you do earn monetary prizes. And we do have a number of local competitors in that event as well. And that begins at 3 o'clock, May 17th at the Cigar Field Sobers Gymnasium. We do have Nicholas Harris, Ramon Brooms, Lamar Coward, Natasha Jones, Carolyn Bell, and a number of other competitors who are representing Barbados. Also Dion Thompson. Some of those athletes would have won their pro card through the Roger Boys Classic. So that shows how this is a gateway for locals to become professionals at home, instead of waiting until, you know, we travel and come back and probably the news will put something out. You can see it live and in color. And we also have Martin Stewart, who we had here on Monday, and Hoskin World. These are the established masters. They've charted the course for a number of years. When I joined bodybuilding, I met these people, those guys on stage. Hoskin World was in a pose down with Ramon Brooms. When I joined bodybuilding, it was the Nationals in 2010, and they were going neck and neck at the plantation. So just to see that they're still involved in the sport. You'll see them on Sunday in the Masters category under the IFBB Pro segment. And that's the weekend. Oh, I forgot to add the last time that we're doing a Barbados experience after the show. So when this is all finished, they get to see the beauty of Barbados, our historical sites, maybe get some ATV action, catamaran action, some food. Because, I mean, yes, they're coming for competition, but they're also choosing Barbados as a travel and leisure destination. So those who are staying for like a day or two after, we will curate something for them, and that will be on Monday.
That's fantastic. So, competition, but a lot of fun as well. But the competition is healthy. Both of you, all of you, you will get to see where you are against other people and what you need to improve upon. But you also get to know that you've risen to the top and now you're leaders in what you're doing as well. I saw your eyes' reactions when you heard the value of being pro. So now you have something to aim for, not just the crown or not just the sash or whatever else you'll get, the trophy. So, Jamal, may you win. Mishonted, may you win. Lauren, I hope you win too.
I will win.
And Amaya, look at you. You got to win, girl. You have to win. I'm looking forward to celebrating. Sit again. What is clock it? What is that? That is clock it? Is this it?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That I don't know. Like,
oh,
it's
that's
like,
clock it.
Girl, like, yes, we got it.
Lord, I'm old. I am old. I feel old now. But well done to all of you. Thank you for stepping forward to represent Barbados, along with the other competitors from Barbados as well. We're so proud of you. So proud of you. Win or lose, we can't wait to talk to you some more, okay? Yes. And Shakira, thanks you as well for spending the week with us, really, to tell us about why we all have to be at the gymnasium. 2 o'clock on Saturday, 3 o'clock on Sunday, all day Saturday, from 3 o'clock on Sunday. But get your season pass to be on both days, indeed. $120, and we can get it very, very soon, like today. And be sure, because the schools are coming out in numbers. The families are bringing out large numbers. You have to be there. So make sure you get your ticket to be there, indeed. It's going to be a tremendous weekend. Thanks again, everybody. All right, folks, we're taking a break here. We're coming back to tell you about what's the message from the Barbados Tridents. What are they telling us today? We'll share that with you right after this.
open your heart, your mind, and your soul. They are educational, entertaining, inspiring, and motivating. Are you an author of a recent book you want to share? Then Mornin Barbados would love to feature your book in our The Next Chapter segment. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb. That's morning without the G. Come and let us turn those pages together.
Some ask, what makes Barbados so special? We at Mornin Barbados say it's you, our exceptional youth. You are talented, resilient, and inspirational. You are the epitome of the Barbadian spirit, testing the boundaries of your creativity. If you are an entrepreneur, artist, baker, designer, author, or have done anything you think should be highlighted, email us at morninbarbados@cbc.bb. Let us show the world our exceptional Bajan youth.
There is a saying, you can find a Bajan anywhere. Are you a Bajan living abroad? Or do you know of one who has migrated to another country? Well, we at Mornin Barbados would love to have you or them on our Bajan Afar segment. Share your amazing stories, experiences, and how you have adapted to a new culture. Send us an email to morninbarbados@cbc.bb, and together we will travel the world.
This is where Barbadian football lives. Every Monday from 8:03 p.m., step onto the touchline. A 30-minute show featuring the BFA Premier League. Join Anmar Goodrich Boyce and Damien Best as they review the action, the goals, the grit, the glory, and the stories shaping the league. From kickoff to the final whistle, this is your front row seat to Monday Night Football. Touchline, bringing you closer to the BFA Premier League. See you on the touchline, live on TV8.
Touchline, sponsored by the Sani. Live first, the Sani after. And Powerade. Pause is power.
Preserve your personal priceless memories. Here at CBC, we transfer VHS, DVDs, Beta, U-matic, and DV cam tapes to modern digital formats. Safely, quickly, and affordably. Call CBC on 467-5437 to get started. In just 2 weeks, your memories will be ready to relive and share again.
Are you ready to turn it all the way up? We make you feel good. Your #1 party station. Non-stop hits and the latest trends in music, fashion, and everything lit. Hit us up on socials at 981 Barbados on IG and 98.1 The One on Facebook. This is your world. Your playlist, your station. 98.1 The One.
Books open your heart, your mind, and your
Morning, morning. Good morning. Good morning to you.
Marking it almost 180. Aiden Walsh Jr. for the big hit. He fell short and Alex Hales took a good catch. Or he fell, and that was the winning moment.
And we will let Jason now celebrate.
What a way to end.
There is nothing sweeter to the spirit of a Barbadian, to see Barbadians win, to see Barbadians celebrate and just have a really good time, to be the top of the tier. Indeed, and that's the Barbados Trident. That's what we know as winning ways. And so they have a big announcement to share with us this morning. I can't wait to hear what that is ahead of the upcoming CPL fixtures. And so joining us this morning is the head of operations with the Barbados Trident in Roxanne Fort. Roxanne, morning.
Good morning, person.
I just call you Roxy.
Most people do, so that's okay.
Good to see you again.
You as well.
Let me get to it. What's the announcement?
So the announcement actually came yesterday. So if you were all over social media, it would have been that rebranding, as you would have seen in the video just now. That rebranding to blue and yellow.
Yes.
As well as going back to the Trident's name. As you would know, our owners in the IPL franchise came in 2020 with the Royal Sports Group, and they have brought us everything that is Royal Sports Group, inclusive of, so the Royals would have done the Pink Promise. It was women's empowerment, but Barbadians didn't necessarily gravitate towards the pink. So on match days, you will see we playing Guyana. You would see a flood of red and green in the stadium, and very little blue because our pink was the color. But again, I don't think the message was clearly put through. But we've now come to that place where we've gone back to the pride in industry and you know, getting the realization. And then with the One Barbados partnership, we would have, you know, bought, well, we believe it is the biggest public-private or private-public, whichever way, innovation in franchise cricket.
So here we are, everybody. Listen. Let me get it straight. From yesterday when they launched it, we've gone back to our national colors, the colors that we recognize immediately because it means so much to us to see our blue and yellow. So the Tridents are back in the blue and yellow.
Yes.
The Trident, the name is now once again the Barbados Trident. When we say Trident, we immediately connect it to Barbados. In whatever story we read, we see word Trident, Barbados. So the Barbadian pride again rises in a very significant way, and that means Barbadian support will equally rise in as significant a way indeed, because we're getting ready for competition.
Yes.
Serious competition.
If the amount of people who messaged me yesterday wanting their blue and yellow shirts is any indication, we will not have enough merchandise.
I am convinced. I am convinced. Just to proudly wear it means a lot to the spirit.
Yes.
And so we want, again, to be able to, in our stadia, in our ovals, to reignite that spirit of Barbados. So that means we have to show up. If you're supporting Barbados Tridents, we have to show up, everybody, at all of the fixtures where Barbados Tridents are competing, and to be loud, lively, active and engaging, all of that, right, Roxy?
Everything.
Everything. So I know that the CPL will soon start. Well, the games are coming up.
Yes, our games are in September. The CPL actually starts on the 11th, well, starts on the 7th of August, but our first game, which is an away game, is on the 11th of August in Jamaica.
Right.
Our home games are from September 5th, so we have Saturday, Sunday, 5th, 6th, the 10th, which is the Thursday, and then 12th and 13th. We start with Trinidad and we end with Guyana. So our two biggest games are on the Saturday nights. Sorry, well, Guyana is on the Sunday night, which is the 13th. The Saturday night games start at 8 p.m. and the Sunday night, because obviously people have to go to work the next day, but start at 7. The Thursday night is also a 7 p.m. game. And that Thursday night game, we're going to do what the Royals group does best, and wear pink for a charity match, right? And that the part proceeds will go to our, you know, charities which we know are associated with pink. We're still in discussion, but obviously most people will know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And then we also have the Barbados Royals Girls Club, right? I don't think that name will change to the Barbados Tridents Girls Club, but the Girls Cricket Club is a part of the Royal Sports Group, which is very much about empowering women as well as education.
Yeah, so the games we now know, so we know those dates. So in September, we'll be having some home games.
Yes.
And we are going to be showing up, therefore, in our shirts.
Correct.
And our colors. Which now asks the question, I can hear it in my head because I can hear you all at home watching it asking, so when do I start to have my shirt? So I can for sure have my shirt.
So we're still in the process. I mean, folks can, we're looking to, we'll do an announcement as to when merch will be ready, etc. We're having the draft is tomorrow, so we're going to have a Visa pre-sale, as Visa is one of our sponsors. We'll have a Visa pre-sale starting tomorrow as well, and then at the end of this month, and those prices are frozen at last year's, those ticket prices are frozen at 2025 prices, and then from June 1st they go up to 2026 prices. So we're going to have that pre-sale. So on May the 27th to the 29th, we're having a ticket pop-up at Kensington Oval, where you can physically come and buy tickets. But the Visa pre-sale is an online promotion. Right.
That's from tomorrow.
That's from tomorrow.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
Right. So there's a lot happening with the Barbados Tridents. We are back, baby.
We're
back.
We're
back in a strong way, colorful, powerful, energized, and ready to give full support to the efforts of the Barbados Tridents, indeed.
Yes.
And I think I can speak for all of you, right, folks? We are so proud of the fact that once again we own our name.
Yes.
And that ownership of name means we have to give ownership of support. We have to show up.
Yes.
We really have to show up. And showing up, yes, we can show up in person. We can choose to wear what we want to wear. But we would love very much for you to purchase the merch.
Yes.
To use Roxy's phrase. Purchase the merch and proudly wear that merch.
Yes.
Would you have children's shirts as well?
Of course, of course. Those have been, in most cases, our biggest demand, because the young ones are the future, and they actually drive the sales of the parents. So the kids want shirts, and then they want the parents to look just like them. So they really drive it. There was one year that we brought merch and we didn't bring any children's shirts, and it was chaos. The kids really wanted to have
that means there's a passion for longevity.
Yes.
Which is important, I think, to the longevity of the brand and the group that runs Barbados Tridents. Indeed. So that's fantastic. That demand is what we like. It puts us under a little bit of pressure, but we don't mind because we are excited about your support, indeed. So merch will soon be available.
Yes.
Tickets will soon be available as well.
Tickets are available from tomorrow, as I said, frozen at last year's prices. So we'll see how that goes, and we're only selling season tickets in this pre-sale at last year's prices, which is between 50 and 100 USD. So you can get all 5 games for between 100 and 200 Barbados dollars. I can share that we've retained Ramon Simmons as our breakout player. Ramon is an exciting young Barbadian left-arm quick, and he is happy to be with us again. As I said, the draft is tomorrow, and we'll see who we get. But for sure, the draft has a lot of right to match. There are 4 right to match for each territory. So, we're going to try for our senior Barbadian players, but again, the franchise that they play for has the right to match and grab them back. Right? But we're trying.
We try hard. We're
trying
Let's
hard.
start trying to prayers go up now. Be tempted enough to say, I'm going back to my Barbados Traders, because once again, I'm giving full support like the rest of Barbados.
I'm sure that they want to come back, but their franchise probably doesn't want to release them. But we keep our fingers and our toes crossed.
We're in for the exciting journey, I believe, for the latter part of this year. This is through the CPL franchise. And so that's why, folks, we have to give full support to the Barbados Traders. We have some home games in September. Though the competition starts in August, we have home games in September. Almost for a couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, it's the home games run over 2 weeks, 2 weekends, so in between there. And then Barbados is hosting the finals for the first time in the history of CPL. So the playoff games are like 2 days after our last home game. So our last home game is the 13th. The first playoff game is on the 16th. So exciting times. Exciting.
Our plan is to get into the final. That is the plan.
Oh, for sure.
Plan.
For sure.
But and I don't feel good to say this, but if we don't get into the final, we're still wearing our Barbados Trident shirts here.
Yeah, for
we're
sure.
We're going to show Kensington Oval, giving full support to the brand Barbados Trident, regardless of who is in the final. But for sure, in all of the games, we're showing up in our shirts, which will also begin to be available soon.
Very, very soon. We'll do an announcement. Our social media is very, very active.
What's the social media?
Barbados Royals on Instagram.
You're working on that, right?
Yes, we're working on that. We're working on that. We'll see how that can be changed. But yes, that's the our Instagram page, and we're looking at some very exciting things to come in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I know. As we build support, we build energy, we build all of that around the Barbados Tridents. They're back. So the big announcement today, folks, as you just heard, one, our colors are back. The use of the trident is back. The name, the trident, everything branded Barbados is back. There's merch for the little one. There's merch for the big one. There's merch for the one who wants to be creative and fancy, but we want you to respect the brand and to wear your shirts with pride. And so the encouragement now is for all of us to stay tuned to know when those shirts become available and get to the locations where you can get to your shirts, indeed. But tomorrow is the draft. That draft determines the team, how that team is comprised. And I know that our people, you and your team, Ross, you're going to be working hard to make sure we coerce.
Well, that's above my pay grade. I don't do selection of teams. I work with who they give me. And we've had some exciting teams over the years. The focus is always on the youth, and so we'll see. I'm sure we'll see some young Barbadian talent in there. If we get some of the senior players, then that's a bonus. But yeah, we whoever we work with is who we'll go to finals with.
Whoever comes, we'll go to final. We will go to finals with. That's the plan. We are going to finals.
That's the encouragement. For everybody.
For everybody. So
we're supporting whoever.
Correct. Your spirit of showing up in the Barbados Tridents shirts help us get to the final, because the players actually enjoy knowing that they have a lot of support in the stands. They play even more skillfully and dramatically, because we want 6s and 4s galore.
Yes, the players have expressed that they don't see that blue and yellow in the stand against a Guyana or Trinidad. It's all blue, all red or red and green, etc. So this is our way to bring that support
back. And so we had a writer coming in from overseas who wants to know how can he access and get a shirt.
So he can send us a message on Instagram, and we'll collate his information. My number is 266-2939, obviously 246. He can also send me a WhatsApp message, and I'll take his information and just compile. We'll compile a listing of anybody who wants to pre-order. Let's call it pre-order.
That's also okay. So for the pre-ordering, you can go on Insta and send a message, or you can contact by WhatsApp Roxanne Fort at 266-2939. 2939. Send a message with all the details, and they will work out according how we do. Pat Ben, get the posse overseas in New York together. Anthony, all of you all get the posse together. Barbados, we're doing this. Patricia, she responded, yes. She says Barbados will never lose. You're right, but get the posse together. She sends best wishes to the Barbados Tridents. As all Barbados ever proudly know today, smiling, saying yes. We're going to do this indeed.
Yes. As I said, the amount of messages I got yesterday just from my people.
Yes.
I know that we're going to be. We're going to be sold out.
The excitement is back. We're happy. Thank you, Roxanne, as always.
You're very welcome, Pearson.
All right.
Thanks for having
Roxanne
us.
Fort, the operations manager with the Barbados Tridents. Remember, Barbados Royals, you can still find them on socials, but you can send her a message right now. And if you're overseas, and let's see how we can work it out so you can get your shirt and we're in your area. All right. Oh, I just looked at the clock. We are out of time. Folks, my little crew joins me in saying to all of you today, Q Day at Dash Valley Playing Field. Enjoy today. Be it the will of the Lord. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up. Barbados, get up. Good morning. Barbados, good